सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Upadesa Sahasri, chapter 18, verse number 161. Badhyate pratyyeneha vivekana vivekavan dehadavabhimanothaha दुःखीतिः प्रत्ययो ध्रुवम् कुण्डली प्रत्ययो यद्वत् प्रत्यगात्माभिमानिना विपर्यासे सदन्तं स्यात् प्रमाणस्यात् प्रमाणतः. Shankaracharya discussing the topic of the relation between Sakshi and Sakshyam, or Adhyakshaha and Adhyakshya. Sakshi and Sakshyam. Sakshyam means Antahkaranam. Sakshya, S-A-K-S-H-Y-A. When you write Sakshya, it is called Antahkaranam. Antahkaranam is always exist with Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa Sahita Antahkaranam. Whenever we use the word Antahkaranam, we have to include Chidabhasa. Once we include the Chidabhasa, it is known as Ahankara. Ahankara is equal to Antahkaranam plus Chidabhasa. Now the question is where this Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam is taking place. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. This claiming that I am Brahman happening in Ahankara or the Sakshi is the question. Purva Pakshi says it has to rise in Ahankara only. And he shows if it rises in Ahankara, how many problems are there also, he says. Why Sakshi cannot claim Aham Brahmasmi also, he says. Everything he says, and he creates that some samasya, problem in that Aham Brahmasmi. So we have to resolve this confusion of Purva Pakshi. Here Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam Antahkarana Janyam. Some common factors are there. Vritti Vyapti, Phala Vyapti. Vritti Vyapti means the thought goes and pervades that object is called Vritti Vyapti. Any object, my thought goes and pervades, it reveals the object. That object is revealed. Next, Phala Vyapti is the revelation of that object. For example, pot. If you take pot, first vritti goes and pervades. Then the ignorance of pot will go away. The vritti illumines the pot. Pot knowledge you get. Pot thought pervading the pot is vritti vyapti. Thought pervading the pot or any other object, it is called vritti vyapti. then pot knowledge has to come. That is called phala-vyapti. Once the vritti pervades the pot ignorance goes away and pot is illumined. The illumination of pot, the knownness of pot is called phala-vyapti. I come to know the pot. That knowledge is called phala-vyapti. Now, what are the common features between Ghata Jnanam and Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam? Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam is Antahkarana Janyam. Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam is Antahkarana Janyam. Ghata Jnanam is also, Ghata Jnana means pot knowledge. Ghata means pot. Ghata Jnanam also Antahkarana Janyam only. This is the first common feature between Aham Brahmasmi and Ghata Jnanam. Antahkarana Janyam, both of them are Antahkarana Janyam. Then second thing is Pramanena Utpadyate. Both of them are born. Aham Brahmasmi also born out of Pramana because of Vritti Jnanam, and Ghata Jnanam also born out of Pramanam. I see the pot through the eyes, Pramanam is used. Therefore, Pramanena Utpadyate. Mahavakya Jnanam is a Vritti Jnanam. Here also Mahavakya is the Pramanam. So Pramana Janyam, Aham Brahmasmi. Ghata Jnanam also Pramana Janyam, through my eyes I see the pot. So both are Pramana Janyam. Both of them are born in Antahkarana Janyam. Then Vritti Vyapti, in the case of this is a very, very terse portion in Vedanta. Vritti Vyapti and Phala Vyapti. Therefore, I want to go slowly about this. In the case of other objects, the removal of ignorance happens first. In the case of Vritti Vyapti, first removal of ignorance about the object, pot or house or anything. Then the illumination of that object happens, Phala-vyapti. In the case of any other objects, both will happen. It is our day-to-day experience. It is not a new thing for us. From morning to till night, we get Vritti-vyapti, Phala-vyapti, Vritti-vyapti, Phala-vyapti. We see so many things and we understand, we get the knowledge of those objects. Other objects, with regard to other objects, Vritti-vyapti is required, Phala-vyapti is also required. Whereas, in the case of Brahma Jnanam or Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam, Vritti-vyapti removes self-ignorance. Vritti-vyapti does only self-ignorance. Vritti-vyapti cannot illumine the Brahman. There is no Phala-vyapti. Phala-vyapti is not there means illumination of Brahman is not done by the Vritti. Vritti-vyapti anantaram Phala-vyapti happens in all other objects other than Atma. But in the case of Atma, Aham Brahma Asmi, the Vritti removes my self-ignorance. Automatically I am self. I am the self is illumined. That's why we call it as self-evident. Self-evident. That is why here all knowledge take place in the Antahkaranam only. This is where Vritti-vyapti is happening. Now the most important with regard to Brahman, no Phala-vyapti is required. Why? The phalam happens to be, the object is not outside, it happens to be me, the Brahman, Lakshyartha Aham. So Brahman happens to be myself. That phala vyapti is not required. Only vritti vyapti, to remove self-ignorance, the vritti jnanam is required through Mahavakya. So vritti vyapti is sufficient. Phala vyapti is not required with regard to Brahma Jnanam. After this, the next topic, one serious discussion going on is Antakaranam gets knowledge means what? Antakaranam gets knowledge. Means Antakaranam with Chidabhasa, being Ahankara. Being Ahankara, Jnanam belongs to Ahankara. Jnanam belongs with Ahankara is the conclusion. Purvapakshi is asking a question. So that Jnanam takes place in the Antakaranam. Because Vritti Vyapti has taken place in the Antakaranam, common factor between Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam and Ghata Jnanam. So that Ahantakaranam is nothing but Chidabhasa Sahita Antakaranam. That is called Ahankara. That means this knowledge, Aham Brahmasmi knowledge is rising in, belongs to the Ahankara. You have to say. Then whenever we say Antakaranam gets knowledge that belongs to Ahankara, without Chidabhasa, Antakaranam doesn't exist. Antakaranam cannot get knowledge. Therefore, Antakaranam plus whatever we taught, he is repeating and he is going to corner the Vedantin. How he corners, how we answer, that is also very important. He is cornering us. In Antakaranam, the knowledge is taking place. Antakaranam means Chidabhasa Sahita Antakaranam. Chidabhasa Sahita Antakaranam means Ahankara. That means you are saying Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam belongs to Ahankara. You have to say. So here Vritti Rupa Pramatmaka Pramanajanya Jnanam Pramatuhu Ahankarasya Eva Bhavati. So the Sanskrit part you can keep it aside. Now the doubt or the question is, if the Ahankara gets the knowledge or Jnanam, the phalam, moksha also belongs to Ahankara. Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam belongs to Ahankara. Moksha comes to Ahankara. Ahankara gets moksha. If Ahankara gets moksha, Ahankara is eternal. If Ahankara is eternal, I the Atma am eternal, Ahankara is also eternal, then what will happen? Dvaitam will come. So, if the Ahankara gets that Brahma Jnana Phalam, moksha also belongs to Ahankara only. Then moksha time Ahankara continues. Then how can Ahankara claim Aham Brahmasmi? Ahankara, how can it claim Aham Brahmasmi? Because it cannot be Brahman. Ahankara cannot be Brahman. Therefore it cannot say I am Brahman. Therefore either way you are in trouble. So why Ahankara cannot claim? Because Aham Brahmasmi is not belong to Ahankara. Ahankara cannot claim I am Brahman. Therefore, so Vritti Vyapti, Phala Vyapti, with this it is over. But here Antakaranam gets knowledge. I don't bother. He Purvapakshi says, I don't bother. It is Phala Vyapti or Vritti Vyapti. Which one Vyapti or both the Vyaptis, I am not interested in that. But my question, why, how Antakaranam claim I am Brahman. So we have to solve this problem. Sakshi also cannot claim Aham Brahmasmi because Sakshi is Asangaha. Sakshi cannot have any thought, mind, any indriyam, nothing is there. Therefore, Aham Brahma asya अस्य अंतःकरणस्य वा साक्षिणः वा भवितुं न शक्यते. So ahankara cannot exist separate from sakshi. Ahankara does not exist separate from sakshi. Therefore ahankara is sitting on sakshi. We have to say ahankara doesn't exist separate from sakshi. Just as the rope snake sitting on the rope. Sitting means appearing on the rope. Rope snake, our rope snake, is as though sitting on the rope. There is no rope snake other than the rope. Like that, ahankara is like a rope snake. The rope snake like ahankara is sitting on the sakshi like a rope. No, rope like sakshi, not sakshi like rope. Rope like sakshi, ahankara, which is snake, rope snake like ahankara is sitting in this pun. It is called pun. There is a lot of meaning behind this. What is that? Rope snake is high. It is only appearing. Only rope is there. Similarly, ahankara substance is not there at all. Ahankara is just like Rajju Sarpa appearing upon the rope like Sakshi. It is appearing on Sakshi. That's all. Really speaking, ahankara doesn't exist. Ahankara is sitting means here only ahankara is superimposed because of adhyasa. So sakshi eva adhyasta ahankara dwara. Now our conclusion is Sakshi alone is samsari, Sakshi alone is muktaha, Sakshi alone is baddhaha, Sakshi alone claims aham brahmasmi. We are telling all these statements, how to say all this, how to present it. Sakshi eva adhyastha ahankara dwara. In Sureshwaracharya's language, Kanchukena, ahankara kanchukena. Kanchuka means like a coat, like a armor. Sakshi is wearing ahankara armor. Like a rope is wearing the rope snake for ajnana kale. Adhyastam, it is superimposed. Similarly, adhyasta ahankara dwara. That adhyasta is very important. Adhyasta means only superimposed. It is not there. But it is appearing for a person who is superimposing. That is why viveka, aviveka, two words are used in the shloka. Adhyasta ahankara dwara. Ahankara eva ahankara alone is superimposed upon that sakshi. Adhyastha ahankara dwara sakshi appears as samsari. Adhyastha ahankara dwara sakshi appears as shrota, manta, jnata. Sakshi alone appears through ahankara, adhyastha ahankara, superimposed ahankara. Sakshi becomes the listener, thinker, knower, and liberated, bound. All these are superimposed on Sakshi, ahankara dwara. Pure Sakshi, and pure Sakshi it cannot happen. Only through Ahankara. When you say falsify Ahankara, if I falsify moksha also. Once you falsify Ahankara, Ahankara ahina, then moksha also ahina. There is no moksha also. Na dharmo, na chartho, na kamo, na moksha. Sakshi, I entertain bandha, pratyaya through ahankara. Sakshi, I entertain the thought I am bound through ahankara. Similarly, Sakshi, I entertain aham brahmasmi thought through ahankara. Therefore, aviveka pratyaya belongs to antakaranam. Number 1. The shloka used vivekavan vivekena adhyastha ahankara during bandhavastha. Aham sakshini, aham samsari, aham dukhi, aham sukhi, like that. So aviveka pratyaya belongs to antakaranam. Number 1. Antakarana dwara it belongs to ahankara. Number 2. Step number 2. Step number 1 is aviveka pratyaya belongs to antakaranam. Step number 1. Step number 2, antakarana dwara it belongs to ahankara. Step number 3, ahankara dwara it belongs to sakshi. If these 3 steps you understand, enough. All other things you understand also are not, doesn't matter. So I say I am samsari, I am muktaha. Both thoughts are entertained by sakshi only through adhyastha ahankara. This is the bottom line. This is the bottom line. So when the viveka pratyaya comes, all aviveka pratyayas are falsified. I know this. Now, the viveka aham jnani pratyaya also through adhyastha ahankara only. That's why jnani never say aham jnani. Jnani is not a jnani also. Jnani is also a relative standpoint, really speaking. Ahankari, jnani only claim that I am intelligent, I am unintelligent. Jnani never claim that I am jnani. So aham jnani pratyaya also through adhyastha ahankara only. Therefore, the knowledge aham jnani is also a pratyaya. For me, the sakshi. It is also a pratyaya for me, the sakshi through ahankara. Adhyastha ahankara. In 161 it is said, therefore what? Here Kundali example is given. One more example also we can take. Once you wear the specs, no? Nayanam, Upanayanam. Upanayanam means it is very close to your Nayanam, eyes, it is called Upanayanam. Goggles. Kundali and Tod, they wear no Tod. Gents are also wearing nowadays. Why not wrong knowledge can remove the right knowledge? First 3 lines, right knowledge removes wrong knowledge. Viveka pratyaya removes aviveka pratyaya. Then Kundali, that Kundali, I am, Kundali means what? I possessed Kundalam. I possessed Kundalam, I am the possessor of Kundalam. But I am not Kundalam. Similarly, I am the possessor of body, I am possessor of anything, I am not that. That is why that example is given. Similarly, body, mind, everything I possess. Whatever I possess is not me, it is possessed by me. Kundalam, earrings are possessed by me. That's why my name is called what? Kundali. Because I possess that. Similarly, here, this Aham Brahma Asmi Vritti also I possess through Sakshi Adhyastha Hankara Dvara. I possess for some time. Therefore, in the Jnana Kale, Aham Brahma Asmi. Where it takes place? In Sakshi. But really speaking, through Ahankara only takes place. In Kevala Sakshi, it cannot take place. So Ahankara is a joint venture, mixture. In the mixture law, what is this their mixture we have to understand. That's what we are doing. Kundali, aham dehi. Dehaha asya asti iti dehi. Who is dehi? I am the dehi. Kundali means the possessor of earrings. Dehi means the possessor of body. The possessor of body is not body. Apply the same law here also. Aham dehi means viveka pratyaya. Negate that aviveka pratyaya. Aham dehi, when you say that viveka pratyaya, just as kundali pratyaya removes, I am not the earrings. I possess earrings. Aham dehi. I am not deha. I am the possessor of deha. Apply the same logic. Why now in the last line he says viparyase. That word we were seeing. Viparyase asat antam syat. Pramanasya. Pratyagatmana means here means pratyagatmana vivekena. I am that pratyagatma brahma asmi viveka jnana. I am not dehi. Dehi nityamavadhyoyam. Dehi sarvasya bharata. In all bodies, I the dehi, the one who is residing in the body, is permanent. The one who is wearing a kundalam, in the earrings you change, to the ears. How many ladies are changing? Lot of earrings, different varieties. For the same ear, they are changing. Similarly, Deha, I the Atma also, just as people change their earrings, studs, I change the body, I the Atma. But here Purvapakshi is asking another thing, wrong. Viparyase. That means wrong knowledge. Why always right knowledge negating wrong knowledge? Why not wrong knowledge negate that right knowledge? The wrong knowledge alone is there. Whatever is wrong is mithya, we say. Wrong knowledge alone is there. Whatever is wrong, right knowledge alone is there. Whatever is wrong knowledge, we conclude it as mithya. So subjectively wrong knowledge, mithya. It is called mithya. Objective side. If you see, it is mithya only. So what is right knowledge? Inside jnanam, jnana vritti is the truth. Outside. If it is right knowledge here, right knowledge means outside object also is right. Satya vastu. That is Sat Vastu. Atma is called Vastu. If I have wrong knowledge, object also wrong. Whatever is wrong outside is mithya. So wrong knowledge establishes the mithyatvam. Right knowledge always establishes the truth. Brahman is Satyam. If I have right knowledge inside, outside everything is Brahman, it is Satya Vastu. The truth. If I have wrong knowledge outside, inside, then everything, wrong knowledge about what? Something. Wrong knowledge about something must be wrong only. Whatever is wrong must be mithya only. Therefore, That is the problem. Right knowledge, truth are connected. Wrong knowledge and falsity both are connected. So sataha abhavat sarvam mithya padarthanam. All mithya padarthas doesn't have existence. Asat eva adhishtanam iti ayati. If you say it is wrong knowledge and gives wrong adhishtanam cannot be there for a mithya vastu. According to you, you end up in shunyam. You end up in shunyam. Why wrong knowledge came inside about outside thing? About outside thing I have got wrong knowledge means the object thing is also wrong. Wrong means mithya. Mithya, if you say it is wrong mithya, you have to establish adhishtanam. Adhishtanam you have to establish. You cannot establish adhishtanam if you don't accept sat. So sat is the adhishtanam for mithya vastu also. Asadantam you cannot say. It is asat. Viparyasa means in reverse order if you take. Asadeva adhishtanamiti ayat. If you say like that, wrong knowledge, mithya are connected. Therefore, it asad also must have rope. Snake is not there. It is asat. But it must have rope substratum, adhishtanam. Without adhishtanam, it cannot exist. So this is the long, 4 lines sloka, very important. That's why I took more time. Now we'll go to next shloka, 163. Up to here we saw in the last class. Now Purva Pakshi accept body is different from Atma. Different from Atma. Dahacheda vinasheshu dukkitvam nanyathatmanah naiva hyanyasya dahadau anyo dukkhi bhavet kvachit. And these following slokas are easy only, comparatively. Not much easy, comparatively. Dahaha means burning. Cheda means cut. Vinasha means destruction. Dukkhitvam, sorrow. Sorrowhood. Sorrowhood. Dukkhitvam, burn, cut. Death, vinasha means death. Dukkhitvam, sorrow. All these are happening to the body. Body can be burnt, body can be cut, body can have death, body can have sorrow also, pain. How this is happening? Anyatha, na atmanaha. These are all happening anyatha. Anyatha means adhyasa. Because of adhyasa only they are happening atmanaha. They are not really belong to Atma. Atma cannot achedyoyam akledyo soshya evacha. Bhagavad Gita. This is the first line meaning. So aviveka pratyayat ityartha. Anyatha means aviveka pratyayas. Dahaha, chedaha, vinashaha, dukkhitvam, all are belong to the body. You are superimposing upon Atma. They can never be belong to Atma. Na atmanaha. They can happen when only through adhyasa or only through aviveka pratyaya. Wrong thought, misconception, wrong assumption about oneself. Next line. Anyasya dahaha Anyasya dahaha. Daha anyasya means sharirasya. Sharirasya dahaha. The burning of that body, dahaha. Daha means, that's why thirsty also called daha, because thirst burns the stomach. Daham. Daha. Dahadau anyaha. Anyasya dahaha naiva bhavet. Anyasya dahaha anyahan. Anyaha means atma. The burning of the body cannot be the burning of atma. Here anyaha means atma. Anyaha naiva bhavet. Similarly, dukhi, kvachit dukhi bhavet. That dukkham is also belongs to the subtle body. Anyasya sukshma sharirasya dukkhitvam kvachit atmanah anyaha atmanah naiva bhavet. It cannot belong to atma. Anyasya dahaha anyasya na bhavati. The burning of body cannot be the burning of atma. The cutting of the body does not belong to cutting of atma. The death of the body is not the death of the atma. Similarly, the dukkhitvam, the sorrowfulness of that mind is not the sorrowfulness of atma. How can one's dukkha, nasha, burning belongs to other? Other is called atma. Belongs to is called dehaha. So, that is why I say, aham na mrutyuhu na shanka na me jati bhedaha. They are all not there in me. So, aviveka pratyam vina dukkhitvam na bhavet. Aviveka pratyaya vina dukkhitvam na bhavet. Aviveka pratyaya is there, dukkhitvam is there. So for all our sorrow, what is the cause? Only aviveka pratyaya. Why aviveka pratyaya? Why wrong thoughts? Because lack of attending the classes, lack of Vedanta study. Anyatha means adhyasam vina ityartha. Without adhyasa, they cannot happen. I am kurshi, sthula, I am fat, I am weak. All this also belongs to that I am, we mix up and mess up. That is the problem. So I should not say I have got burning, I have got cut, but I have a feeling of cut. I have got a feeling of burning. Feeling is always mithya only. So feeling is false only. Nahavan, I am, I can use shabda, but I should not identify with. I make use of the words, but I should not identify with. The tadatmyam should not happen. I am, tadat means identity, that it should not happen. Aviveka pratyaya sati anvaya vitreka. Aviveka pratyaya sati, if they are real, they should, that feeling should be there in sleep also. In sleep they are not there means what? Jagrat sattve anubhava sattvam jagrat abhave sushuptau nasti eva. Tasmat aviveka pratyaye sati samsara sattvam. Aviveka pratyaya abhave samsara abhavaha. Tasmat tasya pratyaya aviveka pratyaye samsara karanam. Aviveka pratyaha eva samsara karanam. So what? Be happy, cheerful. Next shloka. Asparshatvad dehatvad नाहं दाह्यो यतः सदा तस्मान्मिथ्याभिमाने अभिमानोत्थं मृते पुत्रे मृतिर्यथा अस्पर्शयोगो वै नाम. My name is Asparshaha. Touch me not. Asparshaha. Atma Adahyaha. Upalakshanam is giving one example also. Asparshatvat. Since I am not, I the Atma, I am not touched by anything. Asangatvat. Asparshatvat means asangatvat. Asangatvat. Adehatvat. I am deha rahitaha. Really speaking. Dehavan iva bhasate. As though I have body. Body is in me. I am not in the body. First, Dehatma we have to come out of. I am the body, you have to come out of it. Then, I am Atma inside the body. Also not correct. I am Atma inside the body. Body is not me. Is also okay, but not 100% correct. Then what we have to say? I am Atma. All bodies are in me. Like bubbles. Each body is like a one bubble. Kashtam idella to own up, to claim, to say that boldly, you require tremendous clarity. Clarity is there, you can boldly claim. Tasmat mithya abhimana uttham. So therefore, whatever dukhitvam, sukhitvam, all these pains, whatever you say, aviveka pratyaya lakshanam only. Mithya abhimana uttham. That means aviveka pratyaya uttham. Athyasa uttham. Mithya abhimana. Mithya abhimana means attachment, identity with one's own body, aham, then mama. For example, Upalakshanam, one example he gives. Putre mrute sati mrutaha aham iti. One person thinks, I am, I have lost. I have lost an anartham. So, feeling. Someone is dead. He falsely think that he is dead. He is dead. So, I am finished. I am finished. How you are finished? Something happens, anything. Cinema actors, there are fans for cinema actors. Once cinema actors, any fan, very is a fan of that actor. If anything happens, that actor dies, suppose. And they fan, this fan also, fan or not this fan. Okay, the person who is fan of that actor also dies. Why? Mithya abhimana uttham. Like that, I heard one place, the dog, petted dog, died. And the house lady also, after 1 week, she died. And she was so sad. And one lady, another dog also, they have attachment. Some people have attachment with cat. Some people have attachment with their own nearby people. One lady says, the cook, that means the cook inside, who is cooking in the house, so many years, so many decades she is working in that house. And this lady, educated person only, lady got attached to that cook so much. And she saw that cook as the one of our family member. That is why she is not able to come out of that sadness. Many years. I think it continues lifelong. The way she is talking, if I hear, it continues her life, throughout life. That is the problem. So Shankaracharya says, Mithya Abhimana Uttam Mrute Putre Mrute Yatha Yatha Putre Mrute Sati Aham Mrutaha iti Chintayati. I am dead. Like that he thinks. So somebody is finished. He says, because of identification, I am finished. How you can be finished? Adhe madrida. So, Kundali also. Next sloka, again Kundali comes. Kundalyaha miti hetat ad badhyetaiva vivekina dukkiti pratyayastadvat kevalaham dhiya saha. Here says aham kundali iti pratyaya. You have to supply. Pratyaya means thought. I am ear-ringed one. Like that, my English, okay. Ear-ringed one means kundali. Kundalaha asya asti. Kundalam asya asti iti kundali. The one who is wearing kundalam is called kundali. Aham iti pratyayaha etat vivekina badhyeta eva. Vivekina pratyayena. You have to supply 2 times. Kundali aham iti pratyayaha vivekina pratyayena. Viveka pratyaya is kundala is mine. I am not the kundala. I am the possessor of kundalam. That is called viveka. Pratyayena badhyeta eva. Badhyeta means it is negated. What is negated? I am not the kundalam. I am not the earring is the answer. So badhyeta means negated. What is negated? I am the earring. That is negated. I am kundalavan. Dehavan. I am not deha. Dehavan. Balavan. Balam asya asti iti balavan. Dehaha asya asti iti dehavan. Whatever is van, kundalavan, kundali, whatever you possess is not you. Simple only, but this is very, very close. That's why difficulty. Dukhi iti, second line you see, tadvat, similarly. Similarly, what? Kevala aham dhiya. Kevala means kevala shuddhena brahmana aham dhiya. Dhiya means shuddhena. Kevala means shuddha, pure. Dhiya kevalena shuddhena brahmana. Shuddhe brahmani, we can take. Kevale shuddhe brahmani dhiyaha. Taya tritiya. Tritiya vibhakti. That's why saha. Dhiya saha. Dhiya saha. By that knowledge, shariratraya vitarikta ahamasmi, the knowledge of I is kevalam. Anatma sambandha rahitam ityartha. Shuddha Brahma Jnanam. That is, along with that Jnanam, Dukhi iti pratyayaha badhyeta. I am Dukhi, sorrowful one. I am sad. Dukhi. Dukkham asya asti iti Dukhi. Dukkhavan. Dukhi and Dukkhavan solla maatom. Dukhi and Dukkham asya asti iti Dukhi. The one who has got Dukkham. That Dukhi iti, that thought, what will happen? Badhyeta, it will be negated. It will go away. So very nice to say. To give lecture is easy, but claiming, owning up, and disidentifying. Two things we have to do. Uh, we have to give up, we have to drop, and we have to claim. What to drop, what to claim? Sharira, dukkha, sharirasya mruti, death, pain, vyadhi, jara, marana, raga, shoka, all this. Ragecha, sukha, dukkhadi. There is one shloka. Shankaracharya says, Ragecha, sukha, dukkhadi, buddhi, satyam pravartate. Jagrata avasthayam only buddhi satyam. When buddhi is so active, they are all active. Raga, tvesha, ichha, sukham, dukkham. Sushupte nasti tannasha. Sushuptau nasti tannashat. In sushupti they are not there. Tasmat buddhestu natmanaha. They all belong to buddhi only, na atma. So dukkha, which is born out of mithya abhimana. Give up mithya abhimana. Give up mithya abhimana, then it will go away. So that is the solution you have to take up. Aviveka pratyaya can be negated by viveka pratyaya. How viveka pratyaya comes in? Listen to the class, attend the class, attend the camp, attend the retreat. That is also publicity. I have to publicize once in a while. Okay. Next verse number 166. I hope these shlokas are not very difficult. Now Purva Pakshi comes again. When we are comfortably understanding, Purva Pakshi comes and put some podi and some objection, some confusion he creates. So Purva Pakshi gives a suggestion. Because Shruti need not negate samsara. When I don't have samsara, why Shruti has to negate? That is his question. Samsaraha nasti, then why Shruti has to negate? Even though Atma is asamsari, I must have samsara. Because Shruti is negating my samsara. Therefore, I must have samsara. He says. So Shankaracharya gives, you are so adamant to have that samsara. Okay, let us see how you are going to hold on to that. Siddhe dukkhitva ishtam syat tachakti chandasatmanah midhyabhimanato dukkhi tenartha padanakshamaha. Dukkhitvam atmanaha, then what? Dukkhitvam atmanaha siddhehe ishtam syat. If you are interested, ishtam syat means you want to say, because Shastra is removing my samsara, therefore I must have samsara. If you are happy with that, Shankaracharya asking, Dukkhitvam atmanah, sorrowfulness should be there for Atma, to the individual, oneself, Atmanaha. That power, that Shakti, that word what you are using, Shakti Chandasa, means as you like. The Purva Pakshi likes that. Shastra negating, otherwise Shastra become irrelevant. Since Shastra negating my samsara, I must have samsara. If samsara is not there, how can Shastra negate? Therefore, let me have samsara. Ishtam syat. So suggestion, suppose you want to give this suggestion, let Shastra should have this, what we can call, Shastra should have that, one word is there, validity. By removing my samsara, therefore I am a samsari. Shankaracharya says, I have to establish that Atma has no samsara. First, you establish there is a samsara, suppose. Hmm? See, I have to establish, I am struggling to establish there is no samsara. If samsara at all you are feeling, that is only mithya samsara, I am telling. You are saying, no, 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 I want to say that I am having samsara because Shastra is negating. If you say, now I will ask you, Shankaracharya says, first establish you have samsara. Then I will establish you don't have samsara. First you establish really there is samsara. If really samsara is there, you cannot refute. If it is not there, you don't feel at all. Satyet na badhyeta. If it is real, samsara, whatever is real, even Bhagavan cannot remove. Whatever is real, Bhagavan cannot remove. Shastra cannot remove. Bhagavan himself cannot remove. What to talk of Shastra? Shastra cannot remove if it is real. Satyet na badhyeta. Can we say it is not there? Asat na. Asat chetna pratiyeta. If it is not there totally, absolutely, at all, you won't feel it. You won't have this dukkha experience. You don't cry. You don't have guilt, hurt, lot of you can add guilt, hurt, etc., etc. You will not be changed by so many limitations if you don't have that experience. You have the experience of samsara which is not real. That is called mithya. We are telling. You have superimposed samsara. That superimposed samsara, only Shastra removing, not real samsara. Real samsara, Shastra cannot remove. If it non-existent samsara, Shastra need not remove. Then what Shastra removes? You should understand. Seeming samsara, Shastra removes. Seeming samsara. So, pratyaksha, anumana, anubhava, Shastra, all these are sukhitva nischaya atmani. My pratyaksha anubhava, while sleeping, there is no dukkham. So, anubhava pramanam is there, Shastra pramanam is there, yukti pramanam is there, sushuptau nasti tannashe. Dasmat, I feel sukham. I feel dukkham. This feeling is only not you. See, therefore, I am not having dukkham. Shruti negates my dukkham, means seeming dukkham. Shankaracharya says, okay, you are feeling dukkham, no? You are having feeling. I feel so sad today. Person says, I feel so sad. So Acharya is asking, that feeling you are carrying, you carrying, drop that feeling. So why do you take your feeling as fact? Why do you take your feeling as fact? Feeling is not satyam. You feel, I am beautiful, wonderful. Why can't you feel like that? I am beautiful, wonderful, excellent. I am the crown of this creation. Why can't you feel? I feel I'm feeling so sad. I am feeling bad. I am feeling sad. Sad, bad, badala. I am feeling full, purnatma. Why can't you think? I am the crown of this creation. Therefore, I am beautiful, wonderful, excellent. I am like that. Count your blessings, my dear. Swarupa dukkham na bhavati eva. It is only adhyastha dukkham apavadati shastram. Shastram removes the unreal sorrow. Shastram is not removing real sorrow. Therefore, what? come to the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.